Hi, welcome to Refresh with Adeayo. I trust you have been blessed. Please feel free to give us feedback. We'd like to know how we've been blessing you, and if there's anything you would like us to do for with you, we'll always be available as God gives us strength. I want us to talk. Let's talk a little today because I seem to have a lot on my mind, and I think that the Spirit of God is trying to say one or two things, and I want us to talk about it. And one of the things I want us to talk about today is pain. And my question is, why are you avoiding that pain? Why are you avoiding going through the process? You know, David said, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Why? Because you are with me. So David obviously knew that God, El Shaddai, Emmanuel, was with him. And even when he was going through one of the toughest patches in his life, he said, you know what? I'm going to go through it. I'm not going to avoid the pain. I'm not going to avoid the process. Many of us, and I've done it before, you know, when something is coming and you just switch off, you just numb the pain, you just behave like it's not there, and you want to go through the motions. It's almost like a coping mechanism. Yes, I understand, but this is heaven saying, I need you to go through that pain. I need you to go through the process. Heaven needs to know that you trust him enough to go through it. David said it was a valley of the shadow of death. It wasn't death itself. Whatever you are going through is not death. Missing out on God is death. Missing out on God's agenda is death. Missing out on all that God has for you is death, not what you're going through. The Bible calls whatever it is you're going through, no matter how difficult it is, the Bible calls it light afflictions. Be it cancer, be it a broken marriage, be it a rebellious child, be it the loss of a child, whatever it is, bankruptcy, the Bible refers to it as light afflictions. Because you see, what is worse is missing God. What is worse is living at the backside of God's presence. If you know that, if you trust God enough that he's going to be with you through that valley, through that shadow, then you will go through it. You will own this process. You will go through. You know, Jesus said in the Garden of Gethsemane, he said, can this cup pass over me? Let it just go. Can we do something else? Can we change the plan? And I remember even a couple of days ago, I was asking, well, can we change this whole thing? Isn't there another way around this? But why would you want to go another way? The children of Israel, it should have taken them 11 days from Kadesh Barnea to Mount Sinai. 11. They used 40 years. They used 40 years until every single thing that was contrary to the will of God upon their lives, until everyone who had challenged God, oh my goodness, until every single person who had challenged God and had gone against what God had wanted had died. What could have taken them 11 years? And you are here. I'm here. And we are trying to, reason together with God in the context that we are not meant to be reasoning together with. Even the Bible says, come, let us reason together. That was, your sins are scarlet. Come, he will make them as gold. Not, this is my agenda, let us reason it. No. Don't miss God. Don't miss God because you are trying to avoid the pain. Don't miss God because you are so anxious you jump out of the process. We are two of a kind. We either avoid or we are anxious, we jump out. Don't miss God on either count. Stay in the refiner's fire. Stay and walk through this valley of shadow of death, because like the 3 Hebrew boys who said, even if you don't save us, we're not going to bow. And God actually showed up. Like Daniel, who said, I'm not going to compromise, and I'm going to pray and worship God and declare my stand for God. And Daniel was thrown into the lion's den. What happened? God showed up. Job says, even if he slays me, I will trust in him. Can you get to that point today where you can actually say, Lord, I'm going to go through this. I'm going to stay with this. I'm going to stick this out. Even if it doesn't turn out the way I would have hoped, as long as it gives you glory, as long as you take all the praise, as long as my life gives you honor, I'm fine with it. And I'm trusting God that you will take this stand today. And I know it's not easy, believe me. I'm going through a certain issue now. I wish, I beg, let me just, but I know that's not God's counsel. And so I'm here to encourage you today to take a step, to take a stand, to be still, and then to go forward. This has been Refreshed with Adeayo. I hope you have been blessed. See you next time.